let's get started with the podcast.
Dude, which one is it?
This is podcast number 36.
Oh, 36? You sure about that?
Yes?
Oh, that's not good.
Why?
Well, I moved into this apartment, but, like, the newspaper subscriptions that, like, the previous people got, they never got canceled, right?
Okay.
So I always had the newspaper. You know, I look through it sometimes if I'm really bored in the morning, and I always read the horoscopes. 36, not a good number for today. We gotta skip ahead to podcast 37.
We can't do that.
No, don't worry, it's
That's just
actually
cheating.
35, because we just dropped one at one time.
Wait, did we also drop that number, though?
Well, one time we dropped a number. The second time we didn't drop the number.
Ah, I see. Well, if we just call this one podcast 37, I think it'll be alright.
Yeah, so we basically have one leeway either direction.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, well, if I remember to, rename to 37, I might do
There
it.
you go.
We all
Yeah,
know
so
it,
Lucker
man.
Dogs Cast 37, guys.
Alright, welcome to Lucky Dogs Cast number 37. Let's
That was
get...
36.
Since we missed, 2 weeks now?
Yeah, exactly. We'll just say 36 was everyone was at PAX.
Yeah, so before we start talking about PAX or anything else, do the two non-PAX people want to talk about other things?
Oh yeah, dude.
Go on.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Dark Souls is pretty much all I did, so that was pretty cool. We beat the game and then we're co-oping through the game, and I don't know if Arvind recorded any of it, but maybe. It might actually be on this video.
It was
Is that
on
why
the
you
last
recorded
one.
so much? Oh, so go watch the last one, because I certainly didn't. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Dark Souls is good, and that's pretty much everything. Also, I got destroyed again. My stomach was real bad.
Wait,
No, why though?
No, they don't know.
You just
Or was
don't-
that last week enough that it was the last podcast already?
No, it wasn't last
Oh.
week, because we
Yeah.
haven't recorded for 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, there you go. So,
That's it?
you know.
You don't have
Yeah,
any,
that was it.
anything interesting?
TLDR, Dark Souls 3, and got destroyed.
Did you ever
Yeah.
decide whether you were moving or not?
No.
Oh yeah.
No, man. I have to figure it out tomorrow, basically.
Just
What?
move.
No, not tomorrow. I mean, I should start tomorrow.
Oh.
It's time off, and therefore better than not time off. So,
Just move.
But you're gonna start. You're just gonna play Dark Souls 3.
oh, yeah, true. Yo, Arvind, you should move here, and then,
Commute to work from Jersey
Yeah.
City.
just add an extra 20 minutes for no reason.
Yo, Lucas, you should move up here in Connecticut. Commute 3 hours.
that's not a good idea.
Solid plan.
Yo,
Yeah.
but for real, just move and get roommates. Like I said,
Why?
the worst that'll happen is you can just move out after 1 year.
That's so long.
It
Yeah,
won't
there's
be,
potential of 1 year of, dude.
it won't be as long as you think, especially since the way that you do things, you don't really have to interact with them if you don't want to.
What's that supposed to mean? What are you trying to say?
I mean, I'm saying that
The way you do things.
no.
Didn't you, not interact with your roommate at all during junior year anyway?
Man.
See, what I'm saying is that you're capable of getting
Oh my
through
God.
without having to interact with the people that you're living with.
Yeah, but it sucks.
But there's a chance it'll be good, right? You
There's
gotta
also
go
a
for the
chance
chance.
that they'll murder Lucas in his sleep.
That
That's not
probably
Oh
won't happen.
my God! I still have this.
What?
What? Wait, send it to us. Arthur, whatever it is, you gotta put it up.
It was a message.
Oh
It was a
my
Skype
God.
message from Lucas.
Why don't I do anything? Lol. I'm a male deer and it's rut time. Capital lol. So guys,
Wait a second. We have a fifth person all of a
You're an
sudden.
intruder.
Shashank has joined the podcast.
Yeah.
Yo, what happened
Wait,
to trampoline?
what kind of internet is this? Is this barn door? A barn door?
Barn.
Yeah, I can talk.
Ray, what did you do in the last 2 weeks?
well, not play Dark Souls because my computer can't run it.
Okay.
I watched a lot of the anime that came out this season.
What is bad?
We'll talk about that later too.
Wait, why that later?
Well, because usually when the anime comes out, we also talk about it near the end, right?
No?
Yeah?
We just did that last time.
Well, fine. In that case, what's bad? I don't know. I tried to avoid things that were bad, but
Definitely not Bakuan though.
Bakuan is great. I
You
mean,
should totally
what other
watch
show
that
are you
there.
going to have JFK and Jesus show up in the same show? I'm still not sure if it's Jesus or God, but I'm leaning towards Jesus because of the crown of thorns thing.
How do you really know what God looks like, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, but we know what Jesus looked like, and he was a white man.
Yep.
Yeah.
With long flowing hair.
Long flowing hair, yeah.
Wait, no, long flowing hair was actually a thing though, right? Because like no one cut their hair or something like that.
What's your point?
They didn't invent scissors.
What's your point?
Okay, well, they couldn't
Yeah.
have scissors,
all,
but they had.
all they had were scythes.
Yeah, and there was like a 50% chance you'd just die if you wanted to get your hair cut. So like, I wouldn't do that.
Wait, why was there a 50% chance you'd die from a haircut?
You gotta sling that shit. How are you gonna cut it if you do little chops? So somebody
Just
holds
went
it
a
out.
little bit off the sides.
Yeah.
Alright,
And I died.
You guys are idiots, Ray, please save us.
I watched Kidsniper some more, and I still
How
don't know
is
where
it?
it's going.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, hold on one sec. I should deal with my cat. Someone else go first.
Alright, you go
This
deal with your
guy.
cat. I'll talk about a couple of things that I did, because I can get through them pretty quickly. I played Nioh, that's Nioh, which is...
Nickel hydroxide?
Alright, good one, though.
Am I
Good
wrong?
one, but still, no. This is the Ninja Gaiden team making
Dark Souls?
a Dark Souls-like game, but it also has like Ninja Gaiden stuff in it. The big difference that I really noticed is that each weapon has 3 different stances. You have your mid stance, which is like normal stuff, which is your medium speed, medium damage, and then you have low, which is, fast but less damage, and then high, which is high damage but slow. And each different weapon type has that. But just like the Ninja Gaiden games, the only weapon that's fun to use is like the katana that you get at the beginning. Because all
Oh,
the
it's like
Yo,
the
nice.
Uchi in Dark Souls 3.
well, it is actually an Uchi katana, so
Well, there you go.
yeah. But like, just like how all the other Ninja Gaiden games have like other, like, I don't know, maybe like 6 to 7 different weapons available throughout the game. The only one that's fun and just better to use is usually the weapon you start out at the beginning with. And this is the same thing here. But other than that, the game is hard as hell, but I could just be bad at it, cause
That's fine. That's
Well, I mean, you're basically mixing like two difficult games into
yeah,
one, aren't
pretty
you?
much. Like, there are plenty of enemies that
I mean-
just like,
Ninja Gaiden was like, the tutorial level just fucking kills you, doesn't it?
yeah, pretty much like there's a good chance you'll get thrown into like the what was it, Ninja Dog difficulty when you're playing the tutorial if you die too much, which makes it easier because people are bad. Because this only started with like 3 of the whatever the Estus equivalent of in this game is, but all the enemies did damage. Like 1 hit from an enemy usually did like 1 Estus's worth of healing. So if you have
Oh,
to just
God.
not get hit, otherwise you're done. But other than that, the game is pretty fun. The only interesting thing that I think it really did was that, how in Dark Souls, you would have those doors that can't be opened, that can only be opened from the other side. In this game, they actually have a reason why they can only be opened from the other side instead of just like, oh yeah, when you walk in from that side, it just opens somehow. Cause like here, it'll always have like a barrier. Like one time he picks up a thing, takes it off that was blocking the door. But in Dark Souls, remember, you just like go, okay, for some reason this opens now.
Ah, dude, it's the contraption's not working.
It's not the contraption. The doors just don't
It's the
open. It makes no
contraption,
sense.
man.
It's like this
The
door,
contraption's not working.
is just
you
a-
need some more grease.
the door is just a bunch of bars. You can stick your hand through from the other side and just open it, but why can't you open it? It didn't make sense.
Maybe it's like anti-undead door.
Wait, so why did they ever say that?
I don't know. Plot hole.
Or maybe it's just like super hidden in there. You gotta find like 100 different item descriptions and they all add up and tell you that doors are undead proof.
Yeah, dude.
The other thing that I played was the Mirror's Edge Catalyst beta.
How does the game look, like graphic?
Okay, so the thing is like the character models and everything are like super high quality, but the animations, like the facial animations for the characters are very uncanny valley. Because the character models are so high quality, it's really weird when you're like, oh, that's not what people look like when they talk. And some of the voice acting is like bad, like really bad. So hopefully that's better in the actual game, but they did delay the game a little bit more, so hopefully they'll fix something.
Is Skype fucking up right now, or what?
Yeah, it is.
Can you guys not hear me at all?
It keeps cutting out, dude. I thought it was
Yeah.
just me. It's okay because you were the one talking and you're the one recording, so just pretend we cared and continue.
It's okay, I got Bombi talking enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't listen.
Oh, wow, that's messed up, man.
Wow.
I always listen
Yeah,
to you
that's
when
all-
you talk.
I can't
That's all
focus, dude.
weakness?
What do you mean you can't focus?
Why don't I do
I
anything?
need to be engaged.
Did you try? Wait, you think I'm always engaged when you're saying things?
I can't like make it through meetings at work sometimes because
Oh,
like I just like lose focus and forget what happened.
all right. Go ahead, Ray.
Kisniver is like definitely not like any other trigger stuff that's been done so far.
What
Is
does
it
that mean?
super generic?
It's like, for one thing, the characters aren't all fucking bombastic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least half of the cast is low key.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's not fun.
it's different.
That seems like something I would actually like.
What happened to Inferno Cop, though?
But yeah, like, the plot hasn't really gotten rolling yet, so, like, all of the crazy stuff is yet to happen. They're still just introducing the characters, so I can't really judge yet, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Do we know if it's just a 12 episode thing or like a 24 episode thing?
I mean, it's Trigger. What if it's actually 27 episodes again?
I mean, you can always go to live chart and see if it's 20 whatever or not.
That's smart. Not gonna do that.
What?
Anyways, like I said, Biker Girls, absolutely fantastic. The training bike is the best character.
Okay.
And also, this is spoilers, mind you, but I don't think you guys care. The training bike is actually a male, a eunuch.
Yes.
Yeah, you find that out near the end of the training bike's character arc.
I don't.
It was
I don't. Okay. Yeah.
But go watch. Just go watch it.
I
dude.
don't-
It's
Yeah.
great.
I could just not watch it. I don't know.
Yes,
guys.
it's great. No. You're gonna like pick a day and then just.
I'm
binge through it.
trying to only.
One of the
watch-
main characters' dad is Kenny.
Oh,
Yeah, basically.
but I'm
Dies like every other
but
episode.
I'm trying to only watch things that I actually think look good.
Watch Sakamoto. I don't know who recommended that one.
I did.
Are you watching that too?
Yeah, I'm watching Sakamoto
Yeah, man.
now.
I
It's-
recommended that one.
Dude, it's great. I watched the birds scene. I was like, this is amazing. It's kind of formulaic. It's like the sort of thing you watch during lunch because you have something else to do.
You can't
I wonder-
binge watch it.
Everything just
Yeah, exactly. You don't sit down with someone and watch. It's like the weekly
Yeah,
show.
you gotta actually treat it like even if it's
like
all
like
out,
an anime.
yeah. You can't just sit there and watch through it.
There's Tanaka-kun is Listless, which is the other show with a really, really exaggerated protagonist.
What does that mean?
He's devoted to being completely, like, just out of it all the time.
What?
So,
Like Lucas?
yeah, he just dozes off constantly.
Like Lucas?
What?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yep,
imagine
there we
if
go.
he was, like, devoted to being out of it.
Oh,
So basically, like Lucas.
Yeah, so like in the first episode, he wants to exercise because that way his arms will be stronger and then his limbs won't fall asleep as much when he's slacking off by putting his head on them so that he can slack off more uninterrupted. At the end of the episode, he decides that this isn't the way to go and he needs to just accept that pain and suffering is part of I watched Subreddit Simulator, the anime.
what
What?
exactly does that even mean?
It's Mayoiga.
Subreddit
Oh,
Simulator.
okay.
Wait. Mayo Iga is awesome. It's awesome. It's really, really good.
You go.
Everything I ever wanted from an anime. Literally.
Literally.
So let me give you the real lowdown. All of the characters are like interesting. They're actually probably going to be fairly complex characters, despite the
They
fact that
are.
there's
It's
30 of them.
crazy. It's
Except
literally-
for that one guy, he's probably not going to be complex.
the main character is like a fuck. It's like dramatic irony. Like everybody knows he's a fuck. He just doesn't know that he's a fuck. Imagine a harem anime where
Everyone realizes the protagonist is useless.
yes, and like it's actually not a harem anime. Just a protagonist like might feel like he's in one. It's like the same harem anime protagonist, but a non-harem anime.
Yeah, so the characters are interesting. The plot of the show is like held together. Alright, so you guys, have you ever tried to make a souffle or watch people try to make one on like Iron Chef or something?
No.
I don't even know what a souffle is.
It's like a pastry and it rises up and stuff. And the point is that with a souffle, you have to like keep it all nice and puffed and stuff because the presentation. But even like an overly loud noise will cause it to collapse on itself. And it looks like it's going to be good, but the slightest mistake will cause it to come crashing down because the plot is so threadbare, it's practically held together by prayers. Like no one can look at this plot and say these characters are in any way realistically intelligent. They're interesting characters, but they would have to be functionally like.
But I think that's kind of the point, right?
Yeah, it is part of it. But like, you figure there has to be some character that isn't, and there just isn't until like a few episodes in.
I mean, the premise of the thing, like all these guys gather together to like kind of leave modern society to join some random unknown village that nobody knows exists in the woods in like way mountainous Japan or something. And so like,
and that's like a fucking stupid plot.
Yeah, no, and like if you think about the type of people who'd want to do those type of things, I guess I could understand some of the people that might want to do those things in like real life. To have that mindset, you'd have to be pretty fucking crazy to begin with.
To have this thing happen at all, the bus driver has to have something more to him than has currently been revealed. Because no one would like willingly take on this job and then go through all the shit after he's been punched and puked on, like in the middle of nowhere with a freak show. The characters are all interesting, but the character interactions aren't very realistic.
I actually think like some of the character interactions, like Mitsumune and the blue-haired guy, that seems like some sort of like obsessive
I thought it was like
relationship.
yeah, exactly. That's what I thought too.
But I think that's actually pretty cool because you don't really see that in anime, but that's like something that actually exists, you know?
No, I know. That wasn't what I was talking about. I just mean the way the characters react to things, like
Love Pawn?
Well, no, she's also an extreme case. She's not even a real I like on my anime list for some reason everyone really likes Love Pond, but
everybody
I just think she's
loves
kind of
Love
bland.
Pond.
Yo, man, you
Love
can't
Pond is
use
just
my
weird.
anime list for anything like that.
Exactly.
Yo, but it's actually a pretty good anime. I'm surprised. And it's like what I want from like a regular anime.
The anime is Another, basically. It's made by the same person as Another. It looks like it's going to go the exact same way as Another.
Hopefully it doesn't end like Another day.
I'm not
Wait, that's hilarious. Another's ending was literally hilarious.
It's so bad.
Another was a fun anime to watch, but in no way could you say Another was a good anime.
I enjoyed it.
Like,
you might have enjoyed it, but you can't honestly look me in the face and tell me it was a good anime.
Nobody's gonna be like top 10 anime and see Another.
The first,
it was just
like 3/4 of the anime.
The first 3/4 of the anime, it was like super slow, and it was actually kind of good because of the pacing.
Yeah,
and
but then they ruined it for like the last 3 episodes.
It was basically Insidious, the anime.
Oh my god!
But see, the thing is, Mayoga has that potential too. Everyone's calling it the Lost of anime, and it's the sort of anime where you feel really bad if it was ruined in the last 3 episodes. Directed by the guy that made another anime that was ruined in the last 3 episodes.
I have a feeling like
they've learned from their mistakes.
No, I have a feeling because like there's so many characters, it might, and like we're getting closer to them. I don't think they can take that same approach because in Another, you might have only known like 5, 6, a small number of the cast, you know. But like here, everybody's kind of like different.
I guess, but we'll see.
The
I like
best
my
part
movie
is-
so far. I'm worried because, like I said, it's like a souffle. I think souffles are great, but they have the potential to collapse. This anime can definitely fall really hard.
One of the reasons why I like Maiga is that like I don't have to like all of the characters. In a lot of anime, I feel like I'm forced to like the main character, or at least a few other the characters. I don't like most of the characters in Maiga, and that's fine because they're supposed to be like people.
Real?
Well, I mean, like it's because they're so like asshole-ish that they're real. You know what I mean?
Damn.
This is Shashank's worldview on life.
It's like they're self-centered and like they're asshole-ish and like they don't care. And the MC is
For
literally
the benefit
like,
of our viewers, Shashank is a libertarian.
yeah.
What else did I watch so far?
Have you watched Joker Game yet?
No, I'm not watching Joker Game right now. Is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty decent. It's like kind of like Ghost in the Shell-ish.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I never saw Ghost in the Shell.
I didn't want to admit it, but yeah, me too.
Oh, man, it's pretty old now, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah, you have Scarlett Johansson though.
It's basically about spying, and then it's like alternate history during World War II and all that shit.
Wait, that sounds so great. That sounds amazing.
I think the studio that did it was the same studio that animated Ghost in the Shell, so it looks pretty good.
What's the name of this anime?
Joker game.
That's literally like everything that I love about like books and stuff.
Well, Ghost in the Shell could.
World War II revisionism?
Yeah, wait, that's amazing.
Dude, you should watch JoJo then. It has like a Nazi hero.
I'm not watching.
Don't even start.
JoJo.
Don't even
Why?
start with JoJo with this guy. He refuses. He just like will not accept that it could be
Hello?
good.
I finished Bravely Second.
Oh, nice.
So is the ending better than the ending or the back end
ending
of
better
the
than
first
the ending?
one?
So you know how I said Mayoga's plot is like souffle? You know, good looking but like barely held together? The ending for Bravely Second is like a mentally
even
disabled kid took all of the elements needed to make an ending together, right? He ate them all and then swallowed some glue. And when they like performed surgery on him later to extract the remains, what came out was the ending to Bravely Second.
Yeah,
So
nice.
it has all the elements needed to wrap up the story, but arranged in such a way that it makes me think, damn, someone had to be eating glue when they made this.
So pretty much they were like, guys, where's the money? Guys, where's the time? Oh, we gotta finish.
The gameplay is great, right?
Yeah, because the
And at least it
gameplay
didn't-
can be done over time.
It didn't drag on like the ending of Bravely Default, so
Okay.
that's good. But like,
was this game short? How long was it?
let me check my playtime actually. Oh wait, I can't check my playtime because I just leave my DS on sleep sometimes with the game on, so I guess that won't help. It was
5,000
approximately
hours.
X hours, where X is a number between like 0 and 100.
Okay.
So it's not like that long for like an RPG.
I don't think it's that long.
Are there multiple endings?
Not this time, I think. There were for the previous
You
one.
just
This
see
one's-
the glue.
Yeah.
This one's fairly straightforward. I suppose you could continue halfway through the story a bad ending, quote unquote, but it's a mandatory one, so it doesn't count, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, I played CSGO competitive for the first time.
How'd it go?
And you won.
Yeah, no, I lost the first time because everyone was sandbagging, so dual Berettas the entire game.
What?
Yeah, nice.
Wait, what do you mean sandbag?
Sandbag.
Sorry, I
Sandbagging
mean
means like
deranking.
You mean carpet
Wait.
bagging?
what?
Okay, before we get
I
into
don't know.
stupid terms,
Okay, so deranking is what I meant to say, because the guys I was playing with were just trying to derank. Sandbagging
Why?
is when you just let people, like, hurt you.
wait, why were they just deranking?
Because I had
want
enough
to-
time at
no.
Super Bronze.
No, they want to stop noobs.
That's really dumb.
It's like smurfing, but retarded.
That's actually like really dumb.
Sometimes you want to play against guys in Super Bronze.
But like, go, get better at the game? I don't know. It's really dumb to just try and ruin someone else's time.
Apparently you can only win 2 competitive games per day until you get your rank. Is this true about me?
Well, no. If you haven't played in a while, you have to play like a couple of rounds to like redetermine your rank.
No, but like, I haven't, like, ever gotten the rank, you know?
Yeah.
So apparently there's, like, a limit. Oh,
A
okay.
while can also mean if you haven't played since ever. Because if you haven't played ever, that's pretty long time.
I mean,
It's
that's like
like the
saying
same
infinity
thing.
is a number, you know? It's not.
It's like how StarCraft 2 determined your rank in between like ladder seasons. If you were in like Diamond, like season 1, and then you lose like 3 of your placement games out of 5, you might get D-ranked or something.
Wait, doesn't League do that too?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much like all ELO stuff, right?
Yeah. Although CSGO is kind of not really clear on how they do like matchmaking rank and whatnot.
They like to hide it.
Raven said Bumpy played ranked with me.
What did I say? What did I say about the TTS?
Yeah, I'm here, Arvinder. Right next to the ban TTS button.
No, don't
You just say the
TTS.
word.
It's just a distraction. And as Lucas has shown, distractions are bad.
Oh, what's
What?
up?
See? He can't even pay attention because he's distracted. Alright, but,
I'm reading about JavaScript right now, dude.
yeah.
Let's go on to my cats week.
What?
Reese, come here. Reese, say hi to the people.
Yeah.
Reese. Okay, did you hear that?
A little
Yeah.
Alright, well, good enough. Alright, moving on.
bit. Okay, Shishang, you can tell us about your non-PAX week, but, don't take too long.
What do you mean? Why not about PAX?
Because we'll talk about PAX together.
Okay, so
Oh, here's the mute button.
Alright, tell us.
so I came back home to go to PAX. Flew from Minnesota, and it was pretty cool. But like, since we're not talking about PAX, I'll talk about what I did this week. I caught up on Mayoiga, which is
Oh, here's
dope.
the deafen button.
Keep talking.
Mayuga is actually one of the better animes I've seen in the last year, just because its premise is like, it takes something that is so like the idea of like a hidden village or something like that. There was a discussion about it on r/anime. Apparently it's common in a lot of different anime and a lot of different Japanese things, and I didn't even know that. So this is something like something that they get over and over again. So it's just pretty cool that like the way that they're doing it now is like, it's just like they're a bunch of assholes. I love it. It's like Game of Thrones. Everybody's an asshole.
It's so nice. I don't care if anybody dies.
Remember, libertarian.
No, I'm not. Actually, that was the other thing that we did this week. Me, Arviner, and Bummy started talking about my presidential race in 2026.
Cutting now. Cutting now.
Said no.
Cut.
Sigma Raven said.
I'm running as a Democrat.
No, shut up. I'm cutting. I'm already cutting. Just don't even bother.
Okay. No, So what else did I do this week?
If that's it, that's fine. We can talk during PAX.
PAX.
Not during PAX.
Came home and I was like, man, home sucks. I love living on my own out there. It sucks to be stuck under my parents' roof.
Epsilonov said
And then I
out
was
there.
Wait, I feel like I'm monologuing now.
Sigma Raven
What
said
else?
you are. Sigma Raven said that is the point. Sigma Raven
Okay.
said you talk about your week. Epsilonov said you're literally to MC in May Oiga.
I am the MC in
Sigma
Mayo
Raven
Iga.
said, damn man.
I feel like I've done that to other girls. I'm the MC. I'm Mitsumune. But anyway, so
You know what
we
else?
tried
No,
playing
wait.
Dark
You know what
Souls.
else is shitty about TTS? It says Sigma Raven.
It doesn't say.
Yeah, it doesn't say Ray. We don't know who Sigma Raven is.
No, wait.
Doesn't
It
matter.
says Sigma Raven.
What about Epsilon Not?
Epsilon Bomby not.
Sigma
Yeah,
Raven
exactly.
said shut the fuck up, you curly hair mutt.
See?
Wait, who's that?
Epsilonov said whoa.
Yeah, but we tried playing Dark Souls 3 co-op, and my parents' internet is so bad that the first time we played, Lucas and Arviner was just like sliding all over the place. I would just walk up to enemies and kill them as like they were trying to hack away at nothing. When I was in their worlds, I didn't take any damage. When they were in my world, like they didn't take any damage. It was great.
You're
The
perfect.
first
Wait, you're
boss.
the only person who said anything remotely good about that experience that I've talked
The
to
first
so far.
wait. The first boss didn't attack.
The first boss
did not
didn't attack
attack.
you. He attacked.
He played
He
no
attacked
animations.
only me.
He just stood there while we hit him.
It was hilarious. It was like in my game when I was fighting the first boss was attacking me, but Arvinder and Lucas were just like standing there, like looking at each other, like in a corner for no reason. The boss wasn't anywhere close to them.
Well, we
And
were
they were
hitting
just
him.
looking.
We were hitting him. It was doing damage. The server said, "Okay, they're doing damage. I guess we're good."
But that's hilarious because you were on the other side of the room. The boss wasn't anywhere close to you. I saw the boss doing damage.
It's because of your
That was pretty cool.
barnyard internet that we can't start recording the co-op.
You mean
Let's-
Barn Door?
Yeah, no, shut up.
Barn
Not
Door.
Barn Door.
Yo, we gotta go to Barn Door.
No, we
again. We don't. We don't have to go to Barn Door.
You want to eat those shitty chips? I mean, really good chips?
You eat this
Those are
awesome
so
chips?
shitty.
The chips are really good.
No, they're
Those chips
fucking
are really
terrible.
No, they're great.
good. Yeah, come on. The good chips.
I've had better
You're
chips with
outvoted here. This is democracy, Lucas.
paint.
What?
What? I don't even know what you said.
All I heard was paint.
I heard it too. I think that's
Okay,
exactly what he said.
No, listen. I wasn't cut out. You said, I said I've had better chips with paint.
Oh, guys, did you know there's a paint drawing simulator?
Yeah.
So, like, Alyssa and I were going through, like, shitty YouTube videos for, like, stupid game simulators, and we found one that was really fucked up. It's a drowning simulator.
What?
Yeah, so what happens is that you're a guy who falls off a boat, and, like, you have to basically keep scrolling your mouse wheel up continuously to stay above the water.
Damn,
That sounds awful.
Yeah,
That sounds kind of, Oh, wait, no, I've seen that before.
some
The one
French
where-
dude made it.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
even sort of a
it's-
plot to it once you die.
It's like you can't actually win the game. That made me mad.
Oh, alright.
It was like...
You learn how much
What's the point?
stamina your fingers have.
Yeah, it's like one of those shitty games that's made to like teach you a lesson or be like a
If you
moral
leave
statement
it
or
up to the
something.
French.
Yeah, fucking French. I hate the French.
Alright, so
Wait,
wait,
oh,
no,
no,
stop,
wait,
no,
wait,
stop
wait.
right there,
Whoa.
stop, no, don't go on,
Whoa.
don't go on. Pommy, do you have any non-PAX related weekly?
No, actually.
Shh.
Wait,
No?
wait. I learned Russian while playing beer pong the other day.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's move on to what we did at PAX instead. So Bumhi,
Yeah, we
Shashank, and I
basically
went
Like, mute
to
my
PAX.
mic for a while, right?
You can mute your mic for a while. Bumhi, Shashank, and I.
said this episode of Locker Dogs Cast brought to you by Microsoft Sam.
Well, it's not talking in Microsoft Stand for me, and that's what's getting recorded.
It's
So,
talking about Macintosh.
all right. Well, anyway, so we went to PAX, and
Yeah.
the number one thing,
How was PAX?
the number one thing we decided on at the end. That's the last PAX we're going to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, I was right?
It's really not worth it.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's not that.
No, PAX.
It's not that it's bad.
It's not that PAX. It's that the showroom floor at PAX is literally the best and only like really good part of PAX.
And it's just like.
And
I would say that.
But it's like it's just not.
No, the panels
fun.
might be nice.
Yeah, it's really
It's
not.
just that like
You guys all shit on me last year for coming to that conclusion, and now you agree.
I don't need.
no, it's cool, but like you don't have to go every year.
I don't.
I mean, it was
Or
cool
I
any
to
don't
go
need to
this
go
year.
any year. I mean, unless I get a media pass that lets me skip the line, I don't have any interest.
Yeah, I
in
don't know.
going
There was a
again.
lot more.
Locker Dogs Media LLC.
So Eric was also there, right? Our friend Eric, who lives in Boston, he came on Saturday. Last time it was two groups, right? It was Arvinder, Bummy, and Lucas just going to panels and shit. Mainly because
Non-shitty
Lucas was just
group.
taking along.
Mhm.
And then you had me, Simon, Stephanie, and Eric going around the showroom floor, and we played like every indie game there was. Like it was pretty fun, but like
Yeah, this time around, like there was so much line even for the indie games.
yes, and that's what Eric and I both felt. Like it was crazy. We had like no lines at the Devolver Digital booth last year. We literally played like for an hour at like one of the games. Just the four of us. And like there was no one there.
It's either PAX is getting more people, which I doubt they are, because they're still selling out tickets almost every year, or like indie games in general are becoming a lot more popular with
Simmer Raven
people.
said Megfest best con.
It's
I
both
think
of them.
I think
It's
that
both.
it's a latter.
No, it is.
I
both.
think it would make sense that PAX is always growing, right? Because the con, like from
I
its
mean,
inception, probably would
I don't know, but
be
I mean,
getting
like,
more.
don't they always sell out their tickets?
Yeah, probably.
So I mean,
No, it's probably like
the amount of people
they
going
probably
isn't,
account for that.
isn't always the same though.
Yeah, they probably make more tickets and stuff. And they probably account for that because as the years go by, more and more people are bound to come anyway.
But
no.
And
But
they probably will get
no.
more demand.
No. But then like the
No, you
convention
mean like
center
the
itself.
just sheer number. They probably do that so that they can create demand for it. I don't know. Actually, that's a good point. I don't know if it's the same amount or if it
the
changes.
number of people is increasing. PAX East is bigger than all the other PAX that happened.
The
Has it
PAX,
been growing over like last couple of years.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
my friend said that PAX Prime out in Seattle
It's not
is-
called PAX
has
Prime
gone
anymore.
so
It's
big.
called PAX West.
Prime anymore. Yeah, PAX West. That's what he said too.
Is that the
And he said
biggest
it's
one,
getting
or-
bigger.
It's
And
not the biggest one.
no, I think PAX East
is the biggest one now.
but PAX West is still getting bigger and bigger. But like, so what I thought was there was no indie mega booth last year. There were a lot more indies this year than last.
Okay, so the big difference
than last year.
between this year and last year was that last year they split it up into two sections where they had all the big companies on one side and all the indie games on the other side. This year, it was a mix of everything pretty much, which meant that
I don't know about that because the entire indie area was really big. Like there were a lot of indie games this year.
so the thing is that last year it was literally
Fucking
like
assume.
on one side was the indie stuff and on the other half were all the big stuff like your Capcom's, PlayStation, Square Enix and all those. This year what they did instead
And I
was they had all the big stuff out in like on the outsides, like in a big circle, and all the indie stuff in the middle,
Mhm.
which meant that people going
Wait.
from big stuff would have to go through the indie stuff, which meant that they would notice it a lot more and probably want to check it out instead of what it was before, where you would
So-
have to search it out yourself.
Maybe.
But I think that the indie mega booth branding was really big here. Cause like I saw those guys scouting out other indie games. What was that shitty like Rainbow Six clone that we were playing? Like there was a guy that was scouting that one out for the indie mega booth for next year. I'm not disagreeing with you. That's probably a big reason too, because last time it was big games, then indie games, then like tabletop free area,
Yep.
right? And this time it was mixed up. Like you got Guns of Icarus in the middle and stuff, and like other things. Like Adult Swim was like in the middle somewhere. But I do think that there were just a ton more promotional material, and like they were trying to just push that because that's what's in right now. I guess it's not just that like you're getting so much shitty shovelware. I think that like just getting overloaded with indie games. Maybe eventually it's gonna like reach like a balance, but right now it's just growing and growing and growing, and like people want to line up to play all of these indie games when some of them aren't even that good. Like that shitty Ori and the Blind Forest clone that you were playing.
Yeah, that game might not have been shitty. It's just that it was unclear what I had to do.
But isn't that like the point of a demo at like a con? You're not supposed to play it for like forever. You're supposed to play it for like 5 minutes and be like, "Oh, I got this. This is kind of cool," and then pique your interest for later. Like that's what I thought Suda 51 did really well.
But some games just don't demo well in that way.
That's true. What I also found out is that they were showing a lot of indies that they showed last year for like PAX
That
Prime.
just happens.
Because I was talking to my friend about
that. Always happens. That's been happening at PAX for many years now.
Yeah, but that makes sense. But like games that were front and center, like Gambit was also front and center back then, and like they haven't Devolver Digital haven't given like any indication when that's coming out too. So I don't know. Maybe because like you have so many indies, or that was Adult Swim, sorry. Adult Swim Games hasn't given any indication. Maybe it's because it's become so acceptable in the mainstream to be an indie game developer that like they have more resources and time available to them.
That's a shitty dog.
Yeah, what's up?
That's on Lucas there.
Oh my god.
Let me mute. Hold on. How do I mute?
You hit the mute button.
What?
Alt F4?
Next to your name, there's a mute. Oh, good job. You did it.
I found it. Shut up.
But yeah. Yo, I love that indie shit. I love indie shit, man.
It was alright.
Yeah. No, they had a lot of cool indies there.
Alright, but other than that...
Like, I like the one...
Alright, go ahead. Talk about the games.
No, I think I'll take a break and let other people talk.
Alright, fine. Then we'll talk. The game, even though you'll probably come in as we're talking. The only games that I really tried out there were what? We tried
Suda 51.
We tried Let It Die, which is a Suda 51 Dark Souls type of game, except you could, when you play it, you can really feel the Suda jank in the game because, you know.
Wait, that game is actually really fun.
It's like, the games don't really like play that great. Like, you can like feel.
It's kind of like heavy.
You can like feel the game coming apart, like, in your hands. But at the same time, you're like, alright, I can get behind this. There's like a charm to it. And
it's like, when you're playing as a guy, it was so heavy, dude. He felt like really heavy. Like in Dark Souls, you're supposed to feel heavy, but this guy just felt heavy for the wrong reasons. Like it kind of didn't flow, but it was still pretty fun.
Yeah, it was still fun to play. I mean, the only non-jank games that Suda 51 has done is like Killer is Dead and Shadows of the Damned. The rest of them, you can like feel that jank super hard. Like all the two No More Hero games, Lollipop Chainsaw, it's like, alright,
You saying jank is a bad thing?
It's a bad thing, but at the same time, like the style,
like a characteristic thing.
Like the style and everything else kind of makes up for it. So you're still having fun playing it. But yeah, Let It Die was pretty fun. Hopefully we'll see more of the Suda style come out when the actual game is out. But other than that, like, it's freaking Dark Souls.
It's like Dark Souls-esque. Like all the indies that were there.
There's also just a lot of games that are just like
50%.
Here's the game that's like Dark Souls.
Clones.
You guys like Dark Souls, right? Here's some Dark Souls.
The era of Souls.
Yeah, pretty much. We're gonna get a lot of those games.
I just like Death's Gambit, which was like literally had a Souls counter in the bottom.
Yeah, it also had like the same.
Like that
maybe
game,
Dark Souls 3 is actually an allegory to the game development cycle.
Yeah, in Death's Gambit, it also had like the same pretty much text appears when you enter the new area.
Yes, it had the same, like, I was like, are you serious right now? Is this from Software's like indie branch?
Yeah, it's super obvious when like you're okay, yeah, they're taking Dark Souls and doing their own thing with it, but not really, you know.
No, I mean like
yeah.
like Salt and Sanctuary is a Dark Souls clone, but that actually looks like they're doing something with it, right?
Yeah, because they're.
I mean, I'll
they're
play both
making
games
use
because both of them
it's
are
a lot
fun.
about Salt and Sanctuary is a lot about jumping around and stuff too, because it's just a 2D game, so there's a lot of aerial maneuverability you can do. There was one other game that we played that I think is actually important, which was Pyre, which is the new game by Supergiant. And if you don't know, those are the people that did Bastion and Transistor. And this game's pretty weird because it's like
a sports game.
Yeah, it's like
it's
it's Oregon. Wait, hold on, motherfucker. Let me say it. It's like Oregon Trail
sports game
with like NBA
2K. It's really fun. I actually like it a lot because it's like all the gameplay stuff that like I care, like simple action-based fun gameplay and like RPG.
I
like,
was expecting
talk
to
to
talk about
characters.
this game for a moment. And then I was like, wait, who am I kidding?
No, I mean
It was like, I
I'm
heard
so
Armin leading up to the game. I was like, oh, Armin's going to talk about this game. And Shashank started talking about the game. I was like, wait, this is exactly what I expected.
Epsilonov said, damn, he got you.
get caught.
no. I mean like I loved Bastion and I didn't like Transistor, so I really want to like this one. So I'm happy. I had like zero expectations for the demo, so it was really fun.
All right, so in the game, pretty much what you do is you have a couple of days where you're traveling with a bunch of companions, right? So you can talk to your companions while you have your just traveling days, and then you can talk to them, you can go get supplies, you can try and teach your companions stuff so that way they level up, because when you get to these specific days where this little rite happens, it's like an event where your companions end up playing a game. It's kind of like, it's not really a game, but like it's practically a game in terms of like the way that you play it, because it's just 3 of your characters and the 3 of the computer's characters, and you just gotta get your guys into the goal of the enemy guys. So
it's more like soccer than NBA though.
well, it's got the NBA passing stuff.
That's
more
also
like-
the
it's more like
soccer
rugby.
passing stuff. Yeah, it's probably rugby would be the best
Rugby.
comparison. And soccer, FIFA and NBA have like the same passing
The
style.
big interesting thing is that only one of your characters can move at a time, but you can place your other characters in like defensive positions while you move the one character around. The art really looks good, and the characters look like they have a lot of
It
personality
looks-
and everything, which is probably what's going to get
It
you
looks
to
like-
That's
keep
why
going with the game.
That's why I think it looks like soccer more than football or basketball, because in basketball people like always run around and doing shit. But in soccer and like the FIFA games, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not that good at the FIFA games, but like usually the AI sucks for like where you want to go or like.
where the
Yo,
players
guys,
should go, you have to like
Who
direct them.
feels the edit coming though?
I do.
Yo, I literally said 2 lines there.
Terramite said,
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for the PAX Watch.
Wait. No! Last
my
game.
God.
Raven
The one
said,
that
shut
all-
the fuck up, you curly hair.
What?
Ruiner. I'm gonna
I
talk
don't
about
even know
that game.
what that is.
It was a Devolver Digital game this
Oh,
year.
my-
The one that I kept on dying in.
Just do your
That wasn't,
It was-
do your monologue.
that wasn't a developer.
It was like a time, like, Quantum Break mixed with, or like, more like Max Payne mixed with, Hotline Miami. The point of this game was that you could, like, slow down your surroundings and stuff because, like, you're, like, some cyborg, I guess. You could move really fast and kill down guys, mow down guys, get weapons and stuff, but, like, it had that same, like, brutal mechanics that Hotline Miami had. So it was pretty fun. And I liked Hotline Miami 1, and this wasn't, like, as hard as Hotline Miami 2, so it was pretty cool.
Oh, you done?
Alright, let's move on.
Let's take a break, and then we can come
I was
back
taking a break.
with.
Oh, what's up? I'm
Then we
back
can
now.
come back with the news and talk about a couple of things in the news, which probably won't take long because there's not much. Let's get to the
Fuck Skyline.
news. First thing, Square Enix is showing, or they showed a trailer for a game called I Am Setsuna, which is going to take elements from the golden era of RPGs or JRPGs, such as like, you know, Chrono Trigger and other Super Nintendo RPGs they've done, and they're gonna put it in this game.
Golden era.
That's what,
It's just stuff that we don't really
I
care
love
about
Chrono Trigger.
because we weren't alive.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
actually really good.
Chrono Trigger is actually just like,
Alright.
amazing.
Well, you're actually just wrong.
All right.
No, you're right.
So other than that, this game,
But
they haven't really shown off what the game's really going to be about, but they're saying that this is going to come out in July on PS4 and PC. The visuals look really cool, but that's about it.
It's Square Enix, right? And so far, Square Enix has been fucking up pretty badly with Final Fantasy lately. But on the plus side, things Square Enix that's been releasing, that sentence died. Things Square Enix has been releasing that aren't Final Fantasy have tended out to be pretty decent. Therefore, this game's gonna be great.
At least from the visuals, it looks good. I mean, how could they really fuck it up, right? Don't answer that. Let's talk about how Tekken Cross Street Fighter is now officially on hold. You guys remember when that game was supposed to come out?
Dude, I love that game.
Oh no!
Even though we haven't heard,
and a whole dozen people
we haven't heard anything about this game for what, like 2 years? So it was really obvious that was happening. But now it's just official that, it's not going to come out anytime soon. Because they were like, well, you see, Street Fighter V just came out. We're about to release Tekken 7. So if we release Tekken Cross Street Fighter, we're just taking sales away from ourselves, pretty much. And we're splitting up our own community, so let's not do that.
Wait, those games, do they play like Street Fighter or Tekken?
Well, you see, it's not out yet. We don't know anything about it, but Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
I mean, like, there's a
Street Fighter
precedent
Cross
for this,
Tekken
right?
was the one made by Capcom, and it played like Street Fighter. Tekken Cross Street Fighter is being made by Bandai Namco, so it's gonna play like Tekken.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I was just wondering because both of those games play completely different.
Will Ryu have like gotcha
I don't know.
stuff?
Alright, so the YouTube sponsored esports team just got banned from the esports league or whatever it's called.
Wait,
they're like,
really?
"Yo, guys, that's like not okay. We can't have like YouPorn go, cause the team was called YP, right? But like, it wasn't like they were like, this is porn. But it was like, yeah, this YouPorn, right? And then ESL was like, guys, we can't have that because, we gotta work with people who are like family friendly and stuff. And we can't have YouPorn as one of the teams here. So they got kicked out.
Were they
I don't
any
know.
good?
Who cares? They can, and they can't even like rebrand to
That's
something.
hilarious.
The sponsorship from YouPorn just immediately gets them out because they don't want to do business with a company that's, doing porn stuff. They don't want to do business with people that are pretty much associated with porn in any ways because otherwise other people they might want to do business with will say no because they're like, you guys have a team being sponsored by YouPorn. We can't have that.
See, that's understandable, but it's also kind of sad, Like, I can see the business perspective, but on the other hand, your port sponsor team would have been hilarious.
What league is this?
They're teams for multiple things, right? Because it's just part of the esports league.
Yeah.
Esports is kind of lax compared to like actual sports, right? Like, oh wait, that's actually probably bad for me to say. Probably lax compared to like, I don't know, like golf
but they're trying to make
or
it
something
more professional, and this is like a step towards making it more professional.
Yeah, have you heard people complain about like, non-esports commentary and shit?
It's shit. So they gotta go in there and do it themselves.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have any like amateur leagues or anything, so
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So
Locals and regionals, I guess. That counts, ish. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like for professional sports, you can just shit on the like minor leagues and like
Saying they have no one to
make
shit
fun of
on.
them. Yeah, that's literally the point. And so like the NBA shits on the D League, the NFL shits on like arena football and college, and like baseball shits on minor league baseball, and it's like, oh, we're so much better than them. But like, that's a huge thing, right? A lot of people, minor league fans and those type of fans, because there's more freedom in those type of things.
something interesting that's happening with MOBA stuff though is that Paragon's actually getting a $60 physical retail release. So that way people going to like GameStop and all that other shit will actually see it, and maybe we'll get not like several new people going into MOBA things now because of this game.
Kind of like Smite. But Smite was successful without having a physical release. Oh wait, you played
I played
Paragon,
one game,
right?
but I stopped because Curtis's game just wouldn't run, and I didn't want to play it by myself.
So what'd you
it
think?
looks really good. Like the visuals. The visuals
Is
look
this
good,
another mobile game?
but I didn't get to play enough to really say anything else about it. But it is.
What'd you say about me?
Is this
Yeah.
another MOBA game? Oh, well, so then there's a whole bunch coming out now.
There's a bunch of
That's interesting.
MOBA-like games, but this one is like this is a fucking MOBA game because it's got the 3 lanes and everything. This game pretty much plays a lot like Smite, except it just looks better.
I thought the camera for this game is like further away too.
Yeah, I guess, but that's
true?
not like a huge deal because it's still playing in the same third-person perspective.
I mean,
Oh wow. So then there's
No, but that's not a
Overwatch.
MOBA.
Or-
No, that's not a MOBA. That there's no laning and everything. Yeah,
Overwatch
there's no
isn't a
laning and
MOBA?
stuff happening in Overwatch.
Overwatch is like
There-
is a
I guess it's like
Yeah,
TFT
that's-
type of game.
They call those
okay, I
hero
see, that's
shooters,
different.
where you pick a character that has specific abilities and everything, but it's not a MOBA because you don't have laning and all that stuff going on.
Is Battleborn
is
also like
a
that?
hero shooter.
Wait, so let me ask a question. In
Yeah.
Overwatch, right? Do you buy like equipment mid-game?
No.
Okay, definitely not.
You have you have loadouts for different characters.
Yo, Arvinder, you know how like Smite is like all like skill based? Like not like skill based, but like you use your skills for a lot
I
of
think
things,
that's
right?
the case
Like
in everything else too.
Uh,
but, okay.
no, but like you can spam skills easier in Smite than the other ones. I feel is that
yes.
is that wrong? Yeah. So is this one
No,
kind
I'm
of
saying
like
you're
that,
wrong.
or was that just
other
like
games
crutch?
you can do that too.
Yeah.
It's not that different.
I guess I got wrecked.
Okay,
What is Twitter?
So Twitter is
introducing?
finally introducing a harassment reporting tool, so that way all the people that get harassed all the time on Twitter can actually do something now instead of just taking it like they've been doing for the last couple of years. Because all those stupid people that go on, they're like, "Oh, I was watching a video. This person told me this person's bad, so I'm going to harass them online now." You know what I'm talking about? Hello?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll give
Nope.
you an example.
No, we were all
What?
muted.
Okay,
Except for
but I
you.
will give you an example of what I mean. So, Beyonce just released a song, right? In that song, there is possibly her talking about a person that Jay-Z cheated on her with, right? And people are trying to figure out who this person is.
What song is it?
And anytime they're like, "Oh, it might be her," they go and harass that person on social media. And stuff like that, you can't do anything about on Twitter because there's no way to report that kind of stuff, and Twitter doesn't do anything about it. But finally, you can do something where you can go and report individual users. You could have blocked them before, but that doesn't, but that might get rid of that person. But
What do they call that? Queen Bee's Hive?
who cares?
Did they say like what kind of consequences? No.
So we'll see what happens, but
I
at least
mean-
they're doing something finally.
Well, I mean,
I bet
Twitter's
it's
still
gonna
the
be
one
like-
place.
I bet it's gonna be like an automated message saying like stop being
Well,
bad.
hopefully, because like every other social media thing has something for that, and just really weird that Twitter just didn't have anything. So good thing they're finally doing something.
Well, Twitter doesn't give a fuck.
Does Facebook do anything if you get reported?
I mean, if you report someone, it pretty much gets rid of. You can get rid of anything from them that might show up on your feed. And if I guess enough people do it, I'm sure something actually would happen.
Well, Twitter is like the only social network that doesn't ban like not safe for work, like images and like just content, right? So for a long
I
time,
mean, that
they just
doesn't mean
operate on
like
their
it's
own
okay
set
to
of
be a
rules.
dick.
Well, I mean, they probably just don't give a fuck about what other people have to say because everybody uses Twitter anyway. So they're like, "Oh, harassment." I guess
man.
we'll get to that.
I just hate all this stupid
whenever
social
we
media
can.
crap because that's what it's so much just like mob mentality. Let's go harass the person we don't agree with. It's really dumb. So let's move on.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're hemorrhaging money.
Let's move on to something else. Fallout 4 mod, the mod kit is finally coming out on PC and it'll be out on consoles by June. So now people can make actual mods instead of just like, guys, check it out. It's like a different color.
Wait, is that like that included in season
It's free
pass?
for anyone. It's not,
Or is it
yeah.
just for-
No,
That'd
it's
be really
free.
stupid if you have to buy the creation kit.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
personally waiting for all
never-
the dude mods.
I never got the Fallout for like PC. So Fallout 3 I didn't get for PC, and I didn't get Fallout 4 for PC, and not New Vegas for PC either.
Damn, dude.
So
you
I
basically
never
said
had one.
you're basically buying like half a game, basically.
No, I
Mods
have
make
Fallout.
the game, dude.
I have
How are
Fallout
you
New
supposed
Vegas
to play
now
without
on,
the news?
on PC.
Yeah.
Nope.
I care
No,
about
alright,
the
you don't need to
characters
say
instead of
anything
just
else.
seeing.
The NX is
Yeah.
coming out on March 27th, and because of that, the Legend of Zelda game has been delayed since then.
Wait,
Just get a
what's
Wii
the
U
NX?
emulator.
The
What's the
NX
NX?
is Nintendo's next console.
Ah,
It's their
Well,
NX
that's the
console.
code name for
Very
it. We'll find out what the real name is probably sometime this year.
So honest,
Wii. Wii.
honest question: if the NX doesn't sell well the first year, do you think that Nintendo is going to come out of home console and just focus on like handhelds and that type of thing? Because they already said today that like they're like some games like Fire Emblem and like Animal Crossing are coming to mobile, and those are like two of their big IPs in like the
Well,
last.
they've
10
been
years.
doing the mobile
So,
stuff
I'm just wondering.
before they said anything about the NX stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like a lot of their stuff would actually work
I mean,
for
the
mobile
way
stuff.
what they said
So I
is
wouldn't.
that their mobile stuff won't just be what they're doing on consoles and handhelds, but on mobile. They're doing things specifically for mobile in a way that's not just here's a shitty like virtual gamepad that you have to use to play the game.
It's like
So they're
I
not
guess that
going to
makes
just do
sense.
it like
but
that.
like
If anything happened to the NX, if anything, they'll just become third-party developer or publisher and developer. But hopefully, they just don't go the way of Sega.
Nah, dude, they're gonna
Yeah,
go
no,
back to the
but-
roots and start making
Yeah,
card
or
games.
that. Yeah.
no, because like I was seeing something on Reddit the other day, and it was just like console sales from Nintendo. And you know how like more people play console games now than like ever, right? More people play games
Yeah.
now than like ever. But console sales are like
Yeah.
at an all-time high. Nintendo consoles, with the exception of the Wii, have sold less and less than the previous iteration for like the
Since
last
the N64.
since like the Virtual Boy, basically.
But the Virtual Boy
since
doesn't
before
count.
the N64. The N64. No, I mean like the SNES. I think sold more than like
Yeah,
the
that's
N64.
what I said. Since the N64, they've sold less and less.
So it's just kind of like, well, if like Nintendo has a lot of money, a lot of cash, but I don't want them to like just like die, right? But like at the same time, well, a lot of people get like a PC and maybe not even a console anymore, and a lot of people get consoles now and get like their like games that are third party and stuff. And the people that are willing to buy like just a Wii U just for like Nintendo stuff are less and less and less. And with these news, it seems like they're trying to go all in on the NX. Because Zelda is like a huge IP
Yeah,
for Nintendo,
but
right?
we won't really know
probably
until we
like-
get more details. Right now, it's just all speculation stuff. Like, we don't know exactly what the NX is gonna even do. So we can't really say.
That's true.
It's gonna have
I'm
two
just-
gamepads instead of one.
Alright, so YouTube is changing its
The NX is just
Yeah,
a
it
code
is.
name.
Okay.
It's actually a Wii
Alright,
U
so
2.
YouTube is changing their content ID system now. So that before, if someone decided, hey, that's my stuff that you're using, I'm going to content ID it so that way you can make money off of it. But now, if someone content IDs on your stuff, you can still keep making money off of it. But if the other person were to, let's say, win a case and say that their claim to it is bigger than yours, then they would get the money. Because right now, what would happen is,
I thought
no,
that's how it
right
always
now,
was.
what would happen is that if someone were to content ID, you just can't make money. The other person can make money, but you can't make money.
Yeah, that was a huge thing about like
Yeah.
reaction videos, right?
Mm,
Where they would basically put the content of the other person in a corner of their video.
Yeah, so they're doing something a little
Yeah.
bit better. But you want to know an actual somewhat funny thing that happened? Is that Jim Sterling came up with some weird stuff, right? So he doesn't really make money on YouTube. He makes money on Patreon, and he likes to have no ads on YouTube. But when companies content ID his stuff, they end up putting ads on his stuff, and he doesn't want that, right? Because that's shitty. That's not what he's trying to sell. So then what he did was he made, in his video, he put like trailer footage from Nintendo, from Konami, and like Beyond Two Souls, right? Who have all content ID'd his stuff before. But because they all content ID'd, none of them could really say that, oh, I'm going to start put an ad on it and make money on it. Because it's like, what if the other person says they want to make money on it? So now there's just no ads. Yeah, so
That's
in order
hilarious.
in order
Gaming
to
the system.
be like, all right, well, I want to do this the right way. I'm doing fair use, but he's like, all right, well, if you're going to punish me for doing it the right way, I'm just going to do it the completely wrong way and show that your system is just broken and you shouldn't be doing this the way that you're doing it right now. Yeah, so we'll see what comes out of that. So finally, we know that there's going to be a new Call of Duty this year, like every year. I think it's going to be called Infinite Warfare, which is gonna be whatever.
Yeah.
But the more
That's just the remake, right?
No.
Infinite
But
Warfare.
also, what's going to happen is
Is it going to be made by Infinity
it's
War?
going to be-
Yeah, they should have
it's
just
going
called
to
it
be
Infinity
made by
Warfare,
Infinity Ward.
honestly.
But the other interesting thing is,
Yeah, what about postmodern?
the other
Warfare?
interesting thing is that there's also going to be a Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare remaster. That's
Oh
not
my
a
God.
remake,
You might
that's a
have
remaster, which means they're just going to,
So it's just going to be louder.
it just means that it's just going to have somewhat better graphics and be able to be playable on PS4 and
Oh,
Xbox
dude,
One.
you get to play. What if you get to play as the Captain Macmillan guy?
Oh, dude, just don't have controls for most of
Yeah.
your missions. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna be in the, it's probably just gonna be, actually, I think it's probably gonna be like less of the game than it was before. Knowing the way that they do it, they're like, well, we were too busy working on the other Call of Duty game, so we didn't even finish the remastering. Here's like half of the maps.
What do you mean? How they do it? Have they done this before?
I mean, like, they only have a certain number of people working on it, right? They have.
I mean, that's true for anyone. There's a finite number of people.
No, but
like-
they're releasing 2 games in the same period.
Yeah, but they're a big company, right?
I mean, they have 3 studios that make 3 different Call of Duty games every 2 years. So unless they had another team also doing the remaster. But isn't that kind of shitty to, like, lose sales for your own stuff by releasing 2
No.
games?
They probably think that people will buy both.
I mean, they're making one of the things is you can get, like, the normal edition or you can get the legacy edition, which includes both.
Well, yeah, that makes sense then. Don't you go on Facebook? Don't you see all those people like, man, I miss when like Call of Duty
Oh
used
my
to be
God.
fun.
But you're still
All that
splitting
shit?
up, you're splitting up your community. So,
So
I think this is kind of
Legend of
shitty.
Zelda
though.
games getting. Imagine 2 Legend of Zelda games getting released this year, right?
Yeah, that'd be
Or-
dumb.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
if
Like
they
one
were
new
getting
one,
released in the same month, yeah.
one new one, and like one remaster. Or
Yeah.
we already got that. Like I bought Pokemon. Okay, so a new Pokemon's coming out this year, right? But they already released Pokemon virtual machine, like
What the hell are you
Pokemon
talking
Red and
about?
stuff. They released the ROM for Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow, right?
Yeah, but that came out now. The real Pokemon game isn't coming out till the summer. That's
And
several months in between. Also, the
So
Pokemon
are you saying that if both of them release at the same time, people wouldn't buy both?
Not as many people, yeah.
I think that exactly that would have happened.
Yeah.
People only did the virtual machine stuff because it was like, oh, no Pokemon games came out? Hey, look, Blast to the past. But like, if a new Pokemon game had actually come out at the same time, way less people would have done the virtual machine thing.
Yeah, but the thing is that like in this
It would have
case,
been like
Call
a
of Duty
terrible
games are-
decision.
No, but in this case, the Call of Duty games are packaged together. You
No,
know?
yeah, but that
So,
doesn't. No,
if
that's
it-
that's an
it-
extra. It's not the same cost. It doesn't come at the base cost. You have to pay more
Yeah,
to get both.
yeah,
of
I
them.
know.
No,
I understand.
I
that.
think, Arbiter, in this case, it kind of works out because people just tend to like buying 2 things together because they just feel like they're getting a deal. Like,
it wasn't.
It's
It
probably
wasn't.
going to be the exact same price.
no, it doesn't
It's
matter
like-
if it is. There have been like fast food restaurants where you were like, 1 hot dog for $2.99, 2 hot dogs for $5.99. You're actually losing 1 cent of 2 hot. People don't care. They're stupid. They think getting both things at once is always better because most of the time it is. So it's a
well,
decent strategy.
The difference
Okay.
between the
What
hot
about
dog.
Fire Emblem? The 2 Fire Emblem games that came out this year, right? They were the same story, right?
Wait, dude, that's like Pokemon Red and Blue, though.
Yeah,
It's
but-
like an entirely different category.
No, but I do have a big difference though. It's not like with hot dogs, you eat one hot dog and then you eat the other one. But when it comes to playing games online, you can't
What
just
just
do that,
happened?
right?
What just happened?
What are you talking about?
Raymond's being mischievous.
It
Yeah.
wasn't actually me both times. It was me the second time.
Ray, I disconnected. I was just saying, like, couldn't it be like the Fire Emblem game that came out this year? I don't know how similar each game was to each other, right? Like the white copy and the other copy, right? I mean, if you guys could like try to explain those differences.
Well,
Or
it's
is it
like
just
Pokemon Red Blue. It's basically like all the same characters, but like just different storylines. So
Okay.
a little bit more differentiated than Red Blue, but definitely not 2 separate games.
But
so,
there's
but
no
people
way.
bought
no,
those
there's-
together, right? People bought
There's a big
course.
difference though. It's not an online game.
That's
You
true.
need you need people to be playing the online games.
But like, if enough people bought it, I don't think it's going to be an issue. And I think, I mean, I can't say that But like, there's enough nostalgia factor for this, and like, if you package it together, I feel like people are actually gonna buy it. It might not be that much, but it still will be enough to play games.
I just think, I don't like the idea of releasing them so close together. If they were to have done it like Call of Duty 4 remaster in the spring or something, that would have been fine. I don't like it when they release them so close together.
I will say one thing. Like, Pokemon new generation games and the remake of said games that use the new generation rules never ever come out like close to each other, because that would be awful.
Well,
People
yeah,
would just all be playing one or the other, you know?
That kind of makes sense, but like, when Pokemon remakes their games, they add a lot of stuff. Like, Heart Gold and Soul Silver and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are like so different.
I know, I'm just using Pokemon as like the only basis point, because
Most people
like
don't.
Arbiter doesn't actually have a basis for his arguments. You don't actually have a basis.
No,
for
I
your
actually
arguments.
do. So
What?
it's not exactly the same thing, but it's similar. Titanfall sold 10 million copies, right? But the community in it was messed up because they released DLC stuff that came out afterwards.
Map
And
packs.
because of that, no one was playing the new DLC stuff, and not enough people were playing the old stuff. So it was just harder to find matches in both situations.
Basically, all shooters that have a
Come out at the same time as each other. I think that was Arbiter's point.
Yeah, but like, I think it might be different from Call of
Oh,
Duty.
wait, you keep saying you think. Do you have any reason for thinking that way besides your own imaginings? Like, Arbiter gave a pretty specific reason.
It doesn't make sense that they would release.
No, but do you have a historical reason? Do you have an example where you were right? Or a close example where you were right?
There's no
This
like.
conversation is over. Let's move on to the next point.
Alright, well, there was one other thing of news, but we're going on too long anyway. So let's just finish
Yeah.
up with what's coming out this week, and there isn't a lot of that, so we'll go through quickly.
Wait, we forgot games that came out last week though.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You guys were at PAX.
we
That's
don't
old
have to
news,
talk
dude.
about, yeah, that's old news. Who cares?
Wait, no, we have to
my
talk
God.
about.
No, we're moving on.
We don't.
Shut the fuck up.
We don't.
Yeah.
We don't have to
Epsilon
talk
said,
about
are
it.
you dash lad?
Dude, I gotta be in the office at 8 a.m. tomorrow. This better be good.
Okay. No,
Well,
let's just go with what's happening this week, because we're already going way too long.
Wait,
Okay.
okay, fine.
And it's okay. Don't worry. You've said
Epsilon
plenty of
said,
things.
thanks, Shanks.
All right. So on April 29th, DC Universe Online is finally coming out for Xbox One.
That's today, right?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
that's what I said when I saw this. I was like, wait, this game came out years ago on PC.
Yeah.
It came out like 3 years ago on PS4. Why is it taking so long? All right.
Dude, make it forever, man.
Yeah, on May 3rd, Battleborn for PC, PS4, Xbox One. This is the hero shooter thing.
I thought it
Ray,
was a sequel to Bloodborne.
yeah, well, you know.
Damn.
It's okay. There was another game, I think it was called Battle Cry, which is also confused with Battleborn, but that one got canceled, so it's okay.
Battle of War.
Alright. Also coming out on May 3rd is Ray, Gigant on the Vita, which is a dungeon crawler RPG with like nice looking visuals. I watched the Japanese trailer for it. I heard Mamoru twice,
Yeah, nice.
so you know it's gonna be good. Shadow Complex remastered for PC and PS4. This is just, wait, did you guys ever play Shadow Complex? Cause it was only on
No.
Xbox 360.
What's Shadow Complex?
Shadow Complex was a Metroid style game that was done on the Xbox Live Arcade stuff, and it was done by one of the Epic Studios, and it was actually really good. But after that, they started making the Infinity Blade games for like Apple,
Oh.
and they haven't like gotten. They're finally coming back to doing the remastering of Shadow Complex and releasing it on PC and PS4, so everyone can play it now.
Interesting.
Wait, what's an Xbox 360 though?
What?
What's an Xbox 360?
You know that thing that happened before
What?
that came out in 2005?
Dude, 2005 was like over a decade ago. Oh, the 360 came out over a decade ago. That's weird.
That is pretty weird.
2005.
We say you better not have pooped in there.
Speaking of Xbox, though, Super Hot is coming out for Xbox One.
Super hot.
Super Hot Fire?
No,
Right?
no, just Super.
hot.
Yeah. On May 5th, Kathy Rain for the PC, which is a point-and-click mystery adventure game that's set in the 90s.
Like the 1990s or
The 1990s. It's
2090s.
You play
The
as...
villain has frosted tips.
you play as Kathy Rain, and she
Yeah, that
is like,
sounds so good.
she likes to do mystery things, and she rides a Harley.
Oh my god. Ew.
Yeah, that's it. And that's all the games coming out this
Dude.
week. We can finally end the
Should be a version
podcast.
of Pajama Sam.
What the
Wait, hold
What?
on. There's one more thing.
Alright, what?
I think we should spam text to speech for the last minute of the podcast.
Alright, you guys can do that. Go ahead.
We gotta record it though.
Epsilon
I mean, it's
offset
recording.
intersects 1. Epsilon offset intersects 1. Epsilon offset intersects 1. Epsilon offset intersects 1. Epsilon offset intersects 1. Epsilon
I got
offset
you.
intersects 1. Epsilon offset intersects 1. Epsilon offset intersects 1. Epsilon offset intersects 1.